Hello, my name is George Nenni with Generations Digital, and welcome to our Google Analytics 4 training series designed specifically for car dealers. Today we're going to talk about the basic reporting, the canned out-of-the-box reporting that's available within Google Analytics 4. Of course, for the more advanced reporting, you use the explorations. We'll talk about that in another segment. So let's begin from the home page, and we're going to go into the Reports menu, where of course all the canned reporting is contained, and we're going to start with the report snapshot. I really like this report snapshot. For me, it really helped me to learn the reporting within GA4 by going through these different questions. For instance, where do new users come from? Well, that information is contained in the user acquisition report, all about where the new users first came from. And be careful with these reports, since once someone comes in through a channel, for instance, paid social, all their subsequent visits will also be tagged as paid social. So these reports can be misleading. Be careful if an agency is showing you user acquisition reports. Instead, we want session reports, traffic reports, which really talk about the volume of your campaigns. And every time the visitor comes in, it reattributes that traffic. And so that's the most like Google Analytics Universal and GA3. Within GA4, that's the most that's the report that will look the most like your old reporting. So let's go into acquisition, where those reports are. Here we are, user acquisition. Generally, we do not use these reports except for answering questions about who sends me the most new users that then later convert. More, you want to go into the traffic acquisition reports, and so we're going to begin there. So I'll hit this arrow here, which will make my reports a little bit larger. The last 28 days is the default. Of course, you can change that, but here are all my channels. Here's all the channels of traffic for this store, and we can see that we can plot those depending on where we have that radio box selected. We can plot those in the graph, but we can see a lot of really usable information here. Sessions, we've got engaged sessions, which engaged sessions mean they stayed 10 seconds, they advanced one page, or they had a conversion event. If any one of those things happen, it becomes an engaged session, and then engagement rate is just these two things divided into one another. Events that happen in the session, those are interesting, but really key events are most important to us, and especially if we have those set up properly, which you can find that in another lesson on this channel. And then session key event rate, which is the key events divided by session, and so on. So this is a very handy way for you to look at and say, what is my conversion rate for paid social? And I would say right now it's 0.47 for the last 28 days. Our benchmark is 0.75. And so you can go down and see all your conversion rates. A very handy out-of-the-box report. You can choose and change the dimension. Right now it's channel group. Instead, you can change that to source medium or campaign. Notice all of these dimensions have a prefix of session. That's important, that when you're running traffic reports, you always have to make sure that you use the session dimensions. On the user side, and we're not showing those will all say first user source medium, first user campaign. We want to be careful with those. Again, those are in the user report. So for our dimensions, they should all begin with session. That's a lot in a little bit of time, but thank you for joining. If you would like to dive deeper into what we do, you can learn more about Generations Digital at our website, generationsdigital.com. If you want to dive deeper into Google Analytics 4, or digital marketing in general for car dealers, you can find my books. I have 3 digital marketing books on Amazon. Just search for my name, George Nenni, on Amazon, and they will pop right up. But also, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to add more and more Google Analytics 4 content, so I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Until next time, this is George Nenni from Generations Digital, and good luck with your learning.